it's Mrs. McKenna here, and I am going to be giving you today's math lesson. Go back a little bit here. We are going to be identifying polygons and quadrilaterals. So we'll take a look at these two shapes a little bit more closely today. First off, your learning target is going to be that you'll be able to identify polygons and quadrilaterals based on their attributes. So what is a polygon? Now, remember that word attribute is a characteristic that helps you identify a person, place, or thing. So we're using attributes to help us identify different shapes. Now, when I look at the picture of the polygons and I look at those attributes, I'm seeing a lot of different ones. I am noticing that I'm seeing right angles, like in this picture. I am seeing acute angles, like in this picture, and I am seeing obtuse angles. I'm also noticing, third graders, that these shapes have so many different sides, so many different number of sides. And also some of the shapes have opposing sides that are parallel, like this one here, and others don't. So polygons have a lot of different attributes, and we need to think about what are some things that they all have that are alike, that they can be called polygons. So a polygon is going to be a closed two-dimensional flat shape with 3 or more sides. So if you see any shape that's closed, meaning all the lines connect, and it's flat, and it has 3 or more sides, you can call that shape a polygon. Now let's look at this shape here. Based on the definition we just went over, or the attributes of a polygon, can we call this shape a polygon? Well, I'm noticing there's more than 3 sides. That's one attribute we need. I'm also noticing it's two-dimensional. But when I take a look right here, my lines are not connecting. So this, third graders, would be called an open shape. And we know polygons need to be a closed shape. So this shape here is not a polygon. Okay, so let's look at quadrilaterals and their defining attributes. The one thing I'm noticing that all of these shapes have in common, I'm noticing that they all have 4 sides. So I wonder if that attribute will help us identify shapes to be a quadrilateral. Let's take a look. All right, so the definition of quadrilateral is a two-dimensional flat shape with 4 sides. So that means a quadrilateral has to have exactly 4 sides. All right, so now what we're going to do is take a look at something I have on the website for you. So I put on the website those cards that we were just looking at. I'm hoping that if you feel confused when you go through today's worksheet, that you will pull this up and take a look at it. The focus of your assignment today is going to be page 194 in your Bridges Student Workbook, edition number 2. Now, I believe your classroom teachers had you all take that workbook home. If you did not, I have a link on the third grade website that you can use to print the worksheet at home if you are able. Now, today's worksheet. You are going to take a look at these. And number 1, you're going to look at these shapes, and you're going to determine which 2 shapes are polygons and which 2 are not. Then you are going to explain why the other 2 shapes are not polygons. Now, number 2, you're looking at which shapes are quadrilaterals and which one is not. Draw 2 quadrilaterals that are not the same types as those you just circled. Finally, you are going to practice multiplication. When you go to do your multiplication, I want you to use a strategy that works best for you. So some of you really like to do count bys. I know I have a lot of students that like to draw arrays to figure out multiplication. And I also have a lot of students that like to do repeated addition. So you use what works for you. If you have any questions, you can contact your classroom teacher, or I am always happy to help as well. So feel free to contact me. I hope you all get through this today, and tomorrow you are going to have fun building shapes with tangrams. You will be listening to a story first, and then you can go on a web. It's an app that you can play a game making shapes with tangrams. All right, I hope you all have a great day and stay healthy.